Today, we're diving into the rise of Clavicular, a creator who has gone from being barely known to becoming one of the most polarizing names online. His glow-up, his behavior, his extreme approach to self-improvement, and the controversies orbiting him have all combined into a story that says a lot more about the internet than just one individual. People watch him because they're fascinated, confused, entertained, or disturbed. And honestly, sometimes all of that happens at once. What makes his story stand out isn't just what he does, but how quickly it escalated and how strongly audiences react to every new development surrounding him. This video isn't just about the drama or the moments that went viral. It's about understanding how someone like him rises, why so many people care, and what impact this type of content has on younger viewers who are still forming their identity and their understanding of self-worth. Clavicular's journey has turned into a real-time case study of modern internet culture, and today, we're breaking it down piece by piece. Clavicular began his online presence as a small creator posting Looksmaxxing content, videos centered around appearance improvement, physical self-transformation, and rating different facial features. At first, the tone was fairly typical for that niche. But over time, he developed a sharper and more intense persona. His delivery became flat and clinical, as if everything he said was part of a philosophy only he fully understood. He positioned himself as someone who could analyze beauty and physical aesthetics with precision, and this created an unusual type of authority around him. People didn't just watch him for entertainment. They watched him because he spoke as if he was teaching something. Whether viewers agreed or not, his confidence made him stand out. It became clear that he wasn't just trying to participate in the Looksmaxxing community. He was trying to dominate it. A major factor in Clavicular's rise was his glow-up. Viewers literally watched his appearance change over time. As he experimented with his hair, his grooming, and his fashion, he began to look more polished and more intentional. His gym progress also became visible, adding to the narrative that he was reinventing himself. Glow-ups attract attention online because they give people a sense of transformation, aspiration, or curiosity. People want to know how it happened, why it happened, and where it's going. But with Clavicular, the glow-up wasn't just physical. His attitude evolved at the same time. He started speaking in a more rigid, controlled manner. His body language became more dramatic and exaggerated. Some followers believed he was leaning deep into a character, while others thought the character might be who he truly believes he is. His glow-up wasn't just about looks. It was about constructing an identity that made people continually tune in to see what he would become next.
Did they get surgery? No, they definitely just leaned out. Like, he looks like he has a lot of body or face fat. But he's also just, like, probably actually, like, 16 in this clip. Or was this really 6 months ago? There's no way this is 6 months ago. There's no way you did this in 6 months, bro.
Clavicle gotta be the lamest motherfucker and the funniest motherfucker all at the same time. Like, you're telling me that he fucking puts a hammer to his face to make his jawline stronger? That's gotta be the dumbest shit I've ever heard of. And he wears makeup. Like, what the fuck? But he is funny as fuck. I will give him that. Yeah, random girl over there. Yeah, you're more like a 2.5 in my eyes. Like, bro, lame, man. I mean, sometimes he is spot on, but sometimes he's just doing too much. So, let me know what you guys think.
Yo, bro. Yo, they make this look so crazy, bro.
Much of his viral presence comes from rating people's appearances during streams. In these clips, he speaks as if he's a judge in some strict aesthetic competition, delivering ratings in a detached, unemotional tone. These moments have spread far beyond his own community, often used as reaction content by other creators. His constant insistence on mogging, a term used in Looksmaxxing communities to mean visually overpowering or outshining others, became a core part of his persona. He talks about mogging so casually and frequently that it became a meme. But the way he speaks about it, as if it's a life and death priority, makes it feel almost surreal. Some viewers see it as comedy, intentional or not. Others see it as insecurity masquerading as dominance. Either way, it is now one of his trademarks, and a major reason he continues to spread across the internet.
So what do you think my potential can go up to?
I think you could get to around a 6 out of 10, and I think you're basically...
Oh my god. Just a 6 out of 10? Really?
Bruh.
maybe even a 6.25. This tan photo, like, you know, I think there really is a lot of potential just seeing this with like the curly hair, the perm, a lot of appeal, right? So you just have to grind those ages.
There's no way I can reach like a 9, maybe an 8.
No, unfortunately not.
Bruh. Bro, can I get my rating?
I'm gonna give him a 6.5 out of 10.
Better than me! Yeah, thank you. So what should I work on? Just can I make my eyebrows more straight? Like, how can I make them more straight?
Yeah, I think you could certainly get an eyebrow trimmer and trim that up a little bit. But in terms of, you know, the beard, that's looking good. I think do you already take oral minoxidil?
No, should I do it?
I would do that to have that growing a little bit fuller, as well as doing derma stamping. You know, that'll help you out a lot with that, you know, beard. Fix up the undertones, you know, maybe start doing testosterone, you know, but besides that, looking very good.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, King. I hope the surgery goes well.
I appreciate it. Thank you, man.
What you gave me before my glasses?
I will give you, I think like a 2.5 out of 10.
All right, you're trolling. All right, I'm just taking my glasses now, so you can just go and get this troll over with. What'd you say?
Can we put them back on?
All right, you clip for me. It's all good.
Another highly discussed part of Clavicular's online reputation comes from the clips where he is heard using the N-word. These are not rumors or second-hand stories. They are videos that have circulated widely and are available across multiple platforms. Every time these clips resurface, they reignite debates about what kind of person he is, what image he's trying to portray, and how much of his persona is based on shock value rather than self-control. Some viewers believe he says these things intentionally to provoke reactions and stay in the spotlight. Others believe it reflects a lack of boundaries or awareness. Regardless of the explanation, these clips have become part of his online footprint. They shape how people talk about him, and they follow him into every space, fueling both criticism and curiosity.
Fuck no, nigga. With the way that you niggas be speaking, yes. Like I said. So what, you're telling me I can't go on voice chat and say nigga, but there's literally in the game?
No, actually, I feel like I can do it.
Why?
Dude, I don't know. It's just
Mate, you can't spam the M-word and then fucking not fuck a black thing.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
It gives you the pass if you actually...
indulge?
Yeah.
I am not in the Looksmaxxing community whatsoever, but I do get my fair share of TikToks, and I keep seeing black girls fantasize over Clavicular. Like, can we please stick to the black guys, okay? This man openly says the N-word in, like, most of his sentences, and then he doesn't even say it right. Like, it just sounds out of place when he says it. And then also, I think we can all recall that one clip where his friend was like, Marlon mocks you, and then he was like, yeah, but he's black. And then started, like, tapping on the table like this. Like, guys, come on, please, let's stick to the plot, okay? That is not our cup of tea. There's other fish in the ocean, okay? Yeah.
Yeah, but he's black. Once again, the white man shows us that his biggest insecurity, no matter how beautiful or successful he might be, is a nigga with swag that could take his... Oh, and all you little white boys saying that Marlon isn't black, listen, you guys will never look like Marlon because he is black.
Marlon mocks all of you? Yeah, but he's black.
No, he's not.
Oh, he's not?
Have you seen his parents or what?
Oh. Yeah.
I think he's just really sad. Well, he does mock.
He mocks us to oblivion.
Oh shit, I'm like shaking my head.
Y'all clubbing?
So funny games, still a nigga.
Black's number one, for sure.
Number one at what?
You don't
Getting
even
incarcerated?
What?
Bro.
Wait, what?
My boy Clavicular did not get enough practice before saying the N-word, because that shit sounds like an alien using the English language for the first time. It just doesn't sound right, and he says it at the most random times, like he's trying to get a reaction. It just seems so forced. And I don't know too much about him, because I don't take advice from guys who have to smoke meth in order to feel good about themselves, but we need to practice a bit more before we decide to involve the group.
I obviously had to say the N-word because of how ridiculous that was. And also, guys, just lol at the N-word, okay? The method is unpatched. Nobody gives a shit what you say anymore. So I saw like a dude call me out. He's like, oh, Clav, why do you gotta say the N-word? It's like, because it gets me views. Why would I not? Why would I not say it? Okay, like I'm not really a hateful guy at all whatsoever. I'm just abusing an unpatched method because every single normie has their balls chopped off and they're too scared to, you know, push the limits. So, you know, the barrier to entry is up here. That's why the views are so good if you say the N-word on the internet.
One of the more serious conversations surrounding Clavicular involves the accusations made by other streamers and creators claiming that he uses heavy stimulants and other drugs as shortcuts instead of maintaining consistent discipline in the gym. These claims circulate widely in commentary spaces, and you'll see some of those clips later in this video. According to his critics, his fast changes in energy, body composition, and mood reflect temporary boosts rather than genuine long-term discipline. Whether or not these accusations are true, they have become part of how audiences interpret his behavior. They add a new layer to the conversation, a question about whether he is promoting a lifestyle of shortcuts instead of steady, healthy self-improvement. For impressionable viewers, especially younger ones, this creates a dangerous message that the fastest way to transform yourself is through extreme or harmful methods rather than real work. These accusations also intensify the mystery around him. People want to know what's real, what's exaggerated, and what's performance, and the uncertainty keeps the attention cycle going.
What drugs do you take in a day? I'm taking testosterone every single day. I take minoxidil for my hair. I take dutasteride for my hair. I take 7.5 milligrams of Accutane a day. I use crystal meth as a stimulant and Looksmaxxing. It's much more mild than Adderall, actually, and I'm pretty much using meth for hollow cheeks.
Now, the next stimulant that I use is going to be Adderall, right? 7.5 milligrams of Adderall IR. That's going to be what I use before I do my task-oriented things for the day. Any work I have to do on the computer that I might not otherwise want to, that's where the Adderall comes in, right? So obviously that's going to help with dopamine release, obviously help with focus, and overall productivity. Sometimes I'll replace that with Disoxin. I would advise you strongly to not do that, right? I would advise heavily against that, but it's just something I take sometimes just for transparency's sake. With the Disoxin, I'll usually keep the dose extremely low, around 5 milligrams if I have to use Disoxin, but it is very similar to, Adderall, but without the level of amphetamine, obviously.
And I haven't seen you for a little bit. What do you have for pre-workout?
Just a little bit of, Kickstarter, if you know what I mean,
No, bro, you're not serious.
Yeah.
You use that for pre-workout?
Yeah.
And how does that feel?
Dude, honestly, it feels amazing. It's a little bit vasoconstricted, but if I really want to fucking dial in and work out, it's absolute go-to.
Are you not concerned you'll die?
Honestly, I'm just trying to get this fucking pump in. I'm not really concerned about the girth black pill is going to matter a lot more. This is a far more important metric when it comes to pleasurability, because when you unsheath your sword, sure, maybe the length will be a little bit, more out in front of you, I guess you could say, but in terms of pure functionality and usability, the girth black pill is going to matter a lot more.
Yeah. Wait, is it true you do math? Somebody told me you do math too.
I do math, yes. So I do math to, basically suppress my appetite and try to get leaner, try to lean.
Wait, so how are you not tweaking right now if you do math?
Well, I mean, once you use it for a while, and if you use moderate dosages, you're just getting the same effects as alcohol plus the appetite suppression.
Okay.
So if you guys didn't know, is essentially the same, class of drug as alcohol. It's just an addition of the methyl group. So, the effects are quite similar, so it's really not as bad as people think. You just have a lot of people smoking, so it's surpassing their blood-brain barrier.
Wait, how do you take it?
Intranasally.
I'm sorry, what is that?
Like up your nose. Just
a
little bit.
So you snort it?
A little bit up the nose sometimes, yeah. Something like that.
Maybe do a little snort right now?
Well, no, today's an off day.
I'm just kidding.
This is one of the off days. But that's funny that good thing we're on kick.
Motherfucker, do you think that I'm doing this shit as a fucking form of entertainment when I have to stay up for 3 days in a row on Christmas? Right? Trying to suppress my appetite and...
Wait, he doesn't... Yes? What? Yo, show him your shark tools.
Get hollow cheeks, right?
Damn, I didn't know he was on, bro. That's kind of crazy. Is he gonna be tweaking out on this call, bro, or is he gonna be straight?
People on meth don't sleep. I'm about to start taking it. I ain't gonna lie, you see the way Clav looks? That motherfucker looks good, feels good. I'm about to start doing it.
This is not something that should be normalized under any circumstance. It absolutely ruins hundreds of thousands of lives every year, and it destroys you, your life around you, and those that you care for. You cannot allow people, especially your impressionable kids, to accept this as a part of Looksmaxxing. You go on Aiden Ross and he admits and snitches that you do it on the regular. People are assuming that just because you're snorting it doesn't make it the same as smoking it. And that's absolutely fucking brain dead. This cannot be allowed. You have a ton of impressionable youth that look up to you, that say, I want to look better. I want to be the best that I could possibly be. And they're going to think, oh, let me try meth. That needs to stop. That is horrible. It's horrible for the next generation. It's horrible as an image of Looksmaxxing, and it's absolutely appalling that you're allowing this to happen. You, Clavicular, and Aiden Ross need to condemn it, and Clav, you need to get fucking help. This is a problem. Major fucking problem.
Clavicular has also spoken openly about wanting plastic surgery. He discusses it not as a negative or shameful thing, but as another tool in his journey. In his view, surgery seems like a logical next step in perfecting his image. This fits into his larger pattern of using any method: grooming, gym progress, enhancement strategies, and potentially shortcuts to construct the ideal version of himself. Some viewers admire the honesty. Others see it as evidence of obsession. But what makes it significant is that many young people watching him may internalize the idea that drastic physical changes are necessary to become confident or successful. Whether intentional or not, he represents a version of self-improvement that leans toward extremes rather than balance.
Accomplishable. Why are you spending $100,000 on surgery to go from 6'2" to 6'6"?
That is more about just presence, right? I've always valued presence super, super highly, right? You walk into a room, people notice, right? You're standing in the middle of a club, you're an outlier, right? That to me, just because people will come up to me, they'll say, oh, well, 6'2", you know, that's already very tall. But in terms of percentiles, it's only 91st percentile, right? 6'6", we get to 99th. I'm someone who wants to be the best, right? And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get there. So that's why, you know, I'm seriously considering that limb lengthening surgery.
So you want to be 99th percentile at all aspects of life?
Absolutely.
Except maybe longevity.
Yeah, maybe not longevity.
Since you're going to be cooked for a while, what are you going to do, like, after? Are you going to wear a mask? Like, what's the plan?
So I'm basically going to be wearing a mask for like 3 months, and I'll still stream every day, still do all my content, and then we're going to do an in-person event that's also going to be streamed, doing a reveal. I'm not sure if that's going to be in Miami, in LA, but it's going to be a big thing. We'll do an event, maybe like a whole Looksmaxxing thing. Like,
ask him about his surgery and if he's going to still be doing it. I don't know what surgery he's talking about.
So yeah, I'm getting a double jaw surgery, you know, not too far from now. And basically what that does is it, you know, they come in, they're going to cut along my upper jaw and cut along my lower jaw and advance it, right? So make me look a little bit Chad, make me look a little better.
Gonna go out more.
So I want to ascend. I don't really give a fuck. I'm not like a crazy guy.
Low key, do you really need it though? Like, no good shit. You look good as fuck, bro. Like, you already got the jawline. Like, you don't want to look like a Kardashian.
I appreciate it. I just want to be the fucking best. I want to mog. I don't really give a shit about girls too much. It's more about just like mogging people to me. I just want to basically mog people. I want to look better than you. I want to look better than everyone in a room.
My boys, that's going to be Clav after his fucking surgery, mate.
Alright, wow. $40.
Clavicular's story leads into a much bigger discussion about self-perception, online identity, and the pressures young people face today. He represents the extreme version of online self-improvement, a version where appearance determines value, shortcuts replace long-term discipline, and controversy becomes a tool for staying relevant. For him personally, the long-term effects could be significant. Maintaining a persona built on intensity, superiority, and constant transformation can take a toll mentally, physically, and socially. The pressure to stay relevant online pushes people into more extreme behavior over time, and the internet has a long history of creators burning out, losing themselves in their personas, or facing real-life consequences for online actions. For young viewers, the risks are even higher. They may begin to believe that glow-ups require drastic methods, that confidence comes only from appearance, or that pushing boundaries is necessary to get attention. They may also internalize the idea that slurs, arrogance, and shortcuts are acceptable or normal parts of building an online image. These patterns shape how a generation understands self-worth, and that is a serious concern. In the end, Clavicular is more than a creator. He is a reflection of what online culture rewards: transformation, controversy, intensity, and spectacle. Whether he rises higher or crashes down depends on the choices he makes and the audience he continues to influence. But his story should make us question what kind of content we elevate, what behaviors we normalize, and what messages young people are absorbing from the creators they watch.